Welcome to Module 11. In this module, we'll be talking about how to develop your portfolio. So, what will we be learning in this module? We'll be learning how to structure a professional UI UX portfolio with clear case studies, how to tell the story of your design process from research to final prototype, how to include screenshots, wireframes, prototypes, and usability insights in your portfolio, and how to make your portfolio stand out to potential employers or clients. So what makes a strong portfolio? Clear navigation, 2 to 4 strong case studies, evidence of design thinking, not just screens, clear and clean visual presentations, mobile and desktop responsive applications. So what's the anatomy of a case study? A case study is meant to have a project overview, a problem statement, a research insights that you generated from carrying out research on that case study, user personas and user journeys, wireframes, visual design, or screens from your UI, your prototype, your usability testing results, your final results, and what you would improve next going forward. So your case study is a dynamic expression of your design language, of your design skill. So after understanding what your case study should contain, how do you tell your design story using your case study? So you show your process, not just your outcome. You explain the why behind your actions, behind your decisions, not just what happened. You show iterations to show that, yes, you were able to find and discover things and you made changes on them. Then you highlight insights that helped shape the product, insights that you generated, where you generated them from. And you also have to keep text minimal, but meaningful. So what type of visuals do you need to include in your case study or in your portfolio? You need to include screenshots of your products, of your sketches, of your user flows, your user journey, your crazy eights, things that you did in the real world. You include screenshots of them. You include your wireframes, your digital wireframes, your initial wireframes that you created, your low fidelity wireframes, your mockups. Then you need to include your prototype. You also need to include user journey maps, research artifacts that you generated during your design process, and before and after design comparisons. So how do you make your portfolio stand out? So you have to show what your role clearly was. You need to highlight the impact of your being part of that project, or being part of that design activity. What was your output? What did you put in and what was generated? So an example of impacts would be, I increased engagement by 22%. This redesign increased engagement by 22%. Then how do you stand out again? You keep your layout clean and intuitive, so it's easy for whoever is skimming through, maybe a hiring manager or a design manager that is going through your portfolio, would be able to skim through it easily. Then you need to add micro case studies for smaller projects. So you have the large case studies that are going to dive into the real product solutions that you've been able to do. Then you also need to have some micro case studies that just showcase, oh, I am a versatile designer. I can adapt. That shows adaptability. Then you need to tailor your portfolio to the target role. What type of role do you need? Are you a UX writer? Are you a UX designer? Are you a UI designer? Are you a product? You need to decide what role you are actually after, or you wish to climb up on, and actually tailor your portfolio to it. Then an about me section. You need to have an about me section. That is a non-negotiable, because that's what introduces you to whoever is looking at your portfolio. It should contain who you are, what type of designer you are, the tools you use, your strengths, your contact information, and your social media links. So in summary, what is a great portfolio? A great portfolio is clear, structured, human, evidence-driven, and visually compelling. If some parts of this is missing, your portfolio would be okay, but it would not stand out. So you need to stand out. So we'll be going over some templates for you to create your case study. So I will start with this first case studies template. So it should contain your project title and summary, what the project was. You give a short description. What type of project was it? Is it an app? Is it a website? Is it a analytics dashboard? What duration of time did you actually spend creating this project or working on this project? What was your role that you actually carried out in this project, and what tool did you use? So then you would include what the problem statement was, what problem were you solving, and why did the project matter. Then for your goals and objectives, you have business goals, user goals, and the success metrics. So you need to include all this in your portfolio case study. Then you need to also capture the methods you used to arrive at information. So interviews, surveys, competitive analysis. Then you have to also outline the key insights from these research items, research methods that you use to arrive at information, the pain points you discovered, then the patterns that you also discovered. Then you need to go into personas. You have to create the user profile, the needs and motivations list, and their frustrations. Then creating a user journey map is also very important to add to your case study. It shows that you actually took the time to look through the user's initial experience. So the different stages: awareness, consideration, conversion, exploration, and retention. So you were able to capture all these parts of the user journey to enable the user become a part of your own ecosystem, a part of your own solution. So your user journey section should include user goals, thoughts, emotion, touch points, and pain points that you discovered. Then your information architecture is also a key part of your case study template. So what is information architecture going to capture? It's going to capture your sitemap, it's going to capture your task flow or your user flow, and your decision points. Every point of inflection for the user is needed to be captured on your case study. Then you need to capture your wireframes. This is where it now starts getting a lot more visual. So your low fidelity sketches, that maybe it was a paper sketch, you need to capture that. Then your digital wireframes, you need to capture that also. Then the layout ideas you had, so you must come up with different layout ideas and you capture all those in your portfolio. Then all the iterations you made on those layouts, you need to also show them in your wireframe section of your case study. So high fidelity UI is the next thing that is very important to be in your portfolio, in your case study. If your high fidelity UI is not properly captured, you have a difficulty explaining how you took all this information that you've gotten now and made it into an actual workable product. So you need to put in final designs, screenshots of usage, components that you used, and a style guide to show, okay, how were you able to convert your wireframes from wireframes into an actual interactive design. Then you need to put your prototype, a link to your prototype, so for them to test it out, for them to see all the interactions that you actually imputed. Then you need to put in your usability testing metrics. So the methods you use, how many participants you had, the key issues that you discovered, what you changed from the insights that you generated from the usability study, and before and after examples of what it was before the study and after the study. So the final outcome is one of the most key items of your case study. What was the outcome of your product or of the project that you worked on, which you are writing this entire case study about? What was the final outcome? What did you achieve? What metrics did you generate, if any metrics are available? And what was the improvements that you actually made based off of you've completed the product and this is what it was before and now this is what it is. It displays your design thinking. It displays your understanding of business goals. Then you also need to capture what you feel is going to be the next steps of this product or this project that you have completed. What are the next steps? What can be improved? What features are coming next? What did you learn? It shows that you fully understand what it is you are getting yourself into. And if you can capture all these things which I have stated as part of your case study template, then you're going to have a case study and a portfolio that stand out in the market and to any hiring manager or design manager that you're going to come across. Thank you.